Chapter 2006 Uncle Yu's Thoughts. If you want to go to the sealed place, then going with them can reduce the risk a lot. After all, he already knew that the people who attacked him were from the Wulwan Empire, so the other alien teams were cleared of suspicion. However, Zhang Yi searched for a long time, but did not see anyone. After he returned to the ground, he asked Prince Ji, "Is the weak water abyss the only path to the sealed land?" Prince Festival nodded. The weak water abyss is a seal that surrounds Zhongshan Mountain, which seals the giant god Druk. Anyone who wants to go to Zhongshan Mountain must pass through the weak water abyss. There is no other way. Zhang Yi couldn't help but have a bad thought in his mind. Could it be that all the other alien troops are dead? It's not impossible. After all, he had fought with the leader of the ghostly tribe before. Those guys could not be killed and were extremely powerful. Even he, when fighting with the Dragon Corpse, relied on Yang Xinshin's rule ability and the body of a crow of evil to fight against it. It now seems that Odibio was also killed by Pokong, so it is possible that others were also killed. After thinking for a while, Zhang Yi said to Wang Ziji, "It's not just us who are here this time. There are also powerful aliens from other land people. I hope you can help them get through the weak water abyss. If we all work together, we can look after each other." Prince Ji nodded. "This is easy. We will leave some sea creatures to help us cross this weak water." Zhang Yi felt relieved. But then he approached Prince Ji and asked carefully, "I want to ask, is there any risk in going to the sealed place?" Wang Ziji laughed and said frankly, "How should I know?" Zhang Yi. Prince Ji suddenly said seriously, "It is the most dangerous creature on this planet. The Deep Blue Kingdom only keeps records of it. No one knows what will happen if the seal is broken. But I am very clear about one thing. If we don't do something, the whole world will face a huge disaster." Of course, Zhang Yi knew this. Mammon breaks the seal, and risks and benefits coexist. Even though he was severely injured after being attacked by the Will of Creation and the 4 knights of the Aihen clan, he also took away a large amount of spiritual essence, which would make him even more powerful after waking up. According to Ling, his recovery time will also be greatly shortened. If we don't seal him again today, once he recovers his strength, the seal may be broken in 3 years or so, destroying the entire planet. Zhang Yi said, "If that's the case, then we have to be more cautious in our work." He did not move in a hurry. If he crossed the weak water abyss first and encountered huge danger, he would not even have anyone to take his place. He must have had a case of leukemia. The demon eye tattoo on his body has always been a time bomb. "I'll think about it again." Zhang Yi asked them to wait aside and went back to discuss countermeasures with Yang Xinshin and others. Yang Xinshin asked a silver-armored general to stand aside and record all the information he knew using a smart device. Zhang Yi came back and told everyone the details of the situation. "We now have 2 choices. First, we need to cross the sea first. If everything goes well, we can directly take what we want and leave safely. But doing so also carries a huge risk. If Mammon does not fall into a deep sleep completely, then the consequences." Needless to say, with the strength of Drucker, he could kill everyone present with just a glance. Hearing this, Yang Xinshin gave Zhang Yi a reassurance. "I don't think so. First, the end of the world has not really come yet. When Mammon went to Tianyu Palace, he was forcing his way through, and he was bound to be greatly limited. Add to that the subsequent creation and punishment and the joint attack of the 4 horsemen, it should be enough to cause damage to it that cannot be repaired in a short period of time. If he really still has a certain amount of willpower, then those ghost leaders would not show mindless and incompetent behavior. The leader of the dark is the manifestation of Mammon's self-will in the dream. Their weakness and disorderly actions reveal the chaos of Mammon's self-will." After hearing what Yang Xinshin said, Zhang Yi nodded and felt a lot more relaxed. As for the second method, it is to wait here and see if the people from other forces are still alive. If there is more help, we can act together. Even in the face of danger, we will have more strength. What do you all think? Zhang Yi crossed his arms and asked for everyone's opinions. The road ahead is unknown, and he also wants to see if anyone has any good ideas. Everyone was lost in thought, and Yang Xinxin called over a silver-armored general and asked, "Does the Wulwan Empire have any information about this sealed place?" General Silver Armor looked bewildered. In the history of the Wulwan Empire, there is indeed a record of the powerful race of Druks. It is said that they are the most dangerous creatures in the world, and they want to replace the creator and become the supreme god. With such ambitions, they may even destroy the entire world. In order to destroy them, the creator has tried countless methods. He even created generations of human races specifically to target them. But these guys can only be sealed and almost never killed. It's unclear, and we haven't gotten any information about their seal. Yang Xinxin frowned. The Wulwan Empire should have preserved important historical documents, but with the level of Silver Armor General, it may be impossible to get a glimpse of them. Zhang Yi smiled bitterly. Logically speaking, I should have captured Po Kong and tortured him before killing him. This is, of course, just a joke. In the battle with Po Kong, Zhang Yi exhausted all his strength before killing him. Holding back even a little bit would be extremely dangerous. Yang Xinxin held her chin with one hand, weighing the pros and cons. In the current situation, there is no way to use drones or mechanical life forms to explore. Lu Karen had tried this before, but the drone fell down after flying only a few meters. The weak water abyss has a special energy field that affects everyone except the sea creatures. But at this time, Uncle Yu walked over with a smile. I don't think it's necessary to go through so much trouble with this matter. There is obviously a very simple solution. Zhang Yi and Yang Xinxin looked at Uncle Yu in surprise. Uncle Yu is not a wise general. What good ideas can he come up with? Both of them were a little skeptical in their hearts, but they still showed enough respect on their faces. Uncle Yu, what do you want? Uncle Yu chuckled. I used to be a scout in the army. When encountering a situation like this where the enemy situation is unclear, wouldn't it be enough to just send someone to investigate first and then report back the information? Chapter 2007. I'll go explore the road first. He patted his chest with his big hands. Zhang Yi, you are worried about the danger ahead, and you are not comfortable letting the main force go directly. Then let me be a scout, and go ahead to explore the way. I will come back to report to you after confirming the situation on the other side of the sea. You can go ahead only if there is no danger. Zhang Yi's heart skipped a beat. Wouldn't this mean that Uncle Yu is risking his own life to explore the way forward? No. Zhang Yi did not hesitate at all. He frowned and decisively rejected Uncle Yu's proposal. What a joke. How can you risk your own people's lives to explore the way? Stop talking about it, and don't joke about this kind of thing in the future. The feelings built up during the 3 years of the apocalypse are something Zhang Yi cannot give up. He can be indifferent to anyone, but he is sincere to those around him. Because friends, family, and lovers are the few things that can give him warmth in this broken world. Uncle Yu also knew that Zhang Yi would not agree, but he just laughed and didn't take it too seriously. Zhang Yi, don't act like a child. What we are facing this time should be the most terrifying existence in history, right? Even you can't guarantee that you'll get out of this unscathed. I came from the army. When marching and fighting, it is impossible to guarantee that everyone will survive. Even in order to achieve the final victory, necessary sacrifices are inevitable. He walked to Zhang Yi, put his strong arms around Zhang Yi, and squeezed his arm hard. It's settled now. No matter what, you have to call me uncle. I will act on my own initiative as an elder. Uncle Yu, who always respected Zhang Yi's decisions in the past, did not listen to Zhang Yi this time. Everything they had experienced since entering the sealed land had made Uncle Yu ready to die long ago. No, I won't agree. Forget it. Zhang Yi frowned and said sternly, I'm the boss of the team. You have to listen to me. Yang Xinxin lowered her head and said nothing, because she also realized that sending someone to investigate the situation first was indeed the best option at the moment. Ability to minimize risk without missing out on opportunities. After all, they are a big step ahead of other teams. Zhang Yi. Uncle Yu suddenly became serious and stared at him with stern eyes. Because you're the leader of the team, you should know how to make choices. You will have to manage a bigger team and more people in the future. If you want everything, you will end up with nothing. Besides, it's not like anything will happen if I go over there. I'm just exploring the way, and I'll be careful. He showed off his thick armor. I'm also very strong now, okay? I may not be worse than you in the past. If that Druk giant really retains his will, do you think it makes any difference whether you go or I go? These words left Zhang Yi speechless. Indeed, things like religion and chariots are just humans' division of abilities. And Drucker, the second generation of humans, is a super race that has existed for billions of years. From the day of destruction to the present, their lifespan is unimaginable, and their strength is also unimaginable. Zhang Yi rubbed his teeth hard, making a crunching sound, and he was struggling in his heart. Reason and emotion collide. Seeing this, Bluebird Li Yongyang, who had been following behind Yang Xinxin and watching the show from beginning to end, let out a breath lightly from her cherry lips. Then she raised her head, her eyes gentle but firm, and said, "If you want to cross the sea to gather intelligence, then take me with you." Everyone was a little surprised and turned to look at Li Yongyang. Her strength was at the bottom of the team, and the reason why she was asked to come over was, firstly, to take care of Fatty Sue's emotions, and secondly, Yang Xinxin had her own special plans. But I really didn't expect her to do anything. Fatty Sue came over hurriedly, looked at her, and said, "Yongyang, you don't force yourself. You are just a Delta-level mutant now." Li Yongyang looked at Fatty Sue and smiled gently. "But what Uncle Yu said is very right. If what we are about to face is really a resurrected demon god, then the strength of the alien is irrelevant." She turned her head to look at Zhang Yi. "I haven't done anything for you since I came here, and I feel a little guilty about it. But if I'm a scout this time, maybe I can help a little." Zhang Yi looked her up and down with some curiosity. "You? What can you do?" Li Yongyang smiled slightly and gathered her long hair behind her ears. "Mr. Chaos, my code name is Bluebird. Bluebird's job is to be a messenger. So, among my abilities, there is a very special skill. When I am sure of the person I want to send the message to, no matter how far apart we are, I can transmit the information through telepathy. The weak water abyss cuts off our technological communications, but it cannot cut off my abilities." She glanced at Fatty Sue, her eyes gentle and affectionate. Because missing someone can transcend time and space. The corners of Zhang Yi's mouth twitched. "Hey, now I know you are amazing. But next time you show off your affection, can you avoid outsiders?" Normal human aesthetics may not be able to understand why Xiao Nanliang likes this kind of fair and clean fat man. However, after listening to Li Yongyang's words, Yang Xinxin slightly raised the corners of her mouth. "Bluebird, messenger? It is indeed a very interesting code name and ability." Li Yongyang stepped forward and said, "I can cross the ocean to gather intelligence. This is the first thing I will do for you after joining the team." Zhang Yi crossed his arms and warned her, "It's very dangerous. You could die." Li Yongyang disagreed and smiled. "If it's not like this, how can I prove my value?" Fatty Sue was a little worried and stretched out his hand to stop him, but he swallowed the words back when they came to his lips. Li Yongyang was right. This was probably equivalent to a token of allegiance. But after thinking for a moment, a strong sense of courage surged in Fatty Sue's chest. He walked up to Zhang Yi with his fists clenched and stood side by side with Li Yongyang. "Lauda, Yongyang, and I will spend the holiday together." Zhang Yi suspected that he had not woken up yet, or he was under some kind of illusion. "Oh my God, what happened? Fatty Sue, who is usually as timid as a mouse, is so brave today. The word lust is like a sword hanging over your head." Zhang Yi looked at Fatty Sue deeply and reminded him. Fatty Sue quickly winked at Zhang Yi. "What are you talking about, sir? I have always been so brave, huh?" Zhang Yi rolled his eyes but didn't expose him. Dear viewers, thanks for staying with me. We'll try to get you more updates. Please like and subscribe and share the video with your friends. Love you all.